Ogunsanya trying to go into the third period with some momentum here. Ripping at the leg of Menke. Menke has to just hop around on one. Ogunsanya. There it is, a three-point takedown. Lauren Story puts it on goal, a tip, and a score. Loose change, capitalized upon by number 18, Amelia Fry. One of the captains on the team scores her second goal of the season, and with 4 minutes left in the opening quarter, Wake Forest takes a 2-0 lead. Poe goes low, Root fends him off. Root grabs both legs, throws Poe down, and that's another takedown for Laird Root. 2 here in the opening frame, picking up some ride time along the way as the clock ticks under 10. Montag into the corner, feet inside, slap shot, and a goal. That's Lauren Story with her 14th of the season to tie the team lead for the Demon Deacons, top 3 in the ACC. And the sophomore forward out of New Zealand makes it a 3-0 game with just over 4 minutes left in the third quarter. Hepner trying to finish this one out. Gets a shoulder down, and that's going to be a 3-point takedown. Some cushion with 20 seconds to go. It's 8-3 now in favor of Hepner. Royals offense has shown flashes, though, Casey.
Yeah, we've been able to get the ball, again, our defense and mids are really connecting, and we're able to get the ball up. It's just our forwards need to be able to stretch the field, send one person high, and that's how we're really going to get these opportunities, because Richmond is very aggressive defensively, and they're pushing their forwards and their mids high, leaving defense kind of out. So if we're able to get a forward higher than their defensive line and get a ball past the Richmond team, we'll have an opportunity to get offensive movement.
Maybe a chance right here as a breakaway is lofted ahead. It's number 25, Olivia Gain, sparking some offense, but it goes out of bounds. Richmond will take over under 12 minutes to go in the third. But you said it, the Richmond defense really extending out, putting a lot of pressure on Queens. And we saw in the first half that some of the best opportunities for the Royals were on those long advance passes ahead over midfield.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Wagner will handle and send it back. A busy day so far for Wagner and the rest of this Queens defensive unit. As that's off the foot of a Queens defender. It looks like that was number 19, Maddie Just. Big swing inside, opportunity, and a great save by DeStefano. Got in the way of that shot, back out to the top of the circle. Another opportunity, and a penalty will send it back to the Royals, but DeStefano very well could have kept this one from being a 3-0 game right there.
Yeah, absolutely. She kind of got clobbered in there.
DeStefano, the sophomore out of Glenside, Pennsylvania. 71% save on the season. A big one right there to keep this within striking distance for the Royals. Big feet ahead, and that one just sails out of bounds, but it does flip the field for the time being.
Yeah, so that ball movement, that was a great pass. It's just a matter of timing that pass, making sure that your forward's able to run onto that and kind of set the pace a little bit slower and giving her time to be able to receive it.
That was number 7, Sydney Smith, the forward, who could not receive that pass. As Queens forces a turnover, gets the ball back in plus territory.
Great interception.
Feed inside, and that wasn't a shot, but it was on goal, and with exactly 10 minutes to go in the third, Richmond will take back over. Just not a lot of activity inside that circle for Queens so far.
No. Our forwards need to step up more. We're kind of sitting back offensively. Even when we have the ball, we're outside the circle. When we need to have somebody at least on pads. When we're under that 25, somebody should be on pads, especially with how good the Richmond goalie is. We got to disrupt her in the circle.
Samio has not been tested all too often today. Has made a couple of nice saves, though, on a Queens corner and on a free opportunity for Enya Kemp. Royals have more or less controlled the possession here in the third quarter so far. Nothing yet to show for it. In fact, a negative differential after that goal by Paratore, but still, Royals dealing with that pressure, but not right there. Intercepted. That's number 7, Sarah Ellis, leading the charge. Ellis trying to find a teammate, and it's taken away. That's Hensley Miller, but it's ricocheted right back out to another Spider. Long shot, sails past the right pipe, and it's out of bounds. Nice defensive stand right there.
Yeah, absolutely. In that one case, Hensley just needs to get her head up. She had a great defensive stop in the circle, but passed it right back to the other team. She just takes an extra second to look up, make sure you're either sending it out to a teammate or sending it to open space outside the circle.
You think that's because of the pressure that Richmond's put on in the defensive territory? Those defenders, when they get the ball for Queens, they think that they don't have enough time?
Absolutely. I mean, defensively in your defensive circle, you really just want to be able to get the ball out as quick as possible. And in some cases, you don't take that extra second to look up because you just want to get it out. But like in that case, she should have looked up because she passed it directly to the other team.
The Queens defense stands tall once again as it's 2-0, 8 minutes to go in the third. So 3-1, Thomas, the freshman out of Stillwater, Oklahoma, was a 3-time Fargo Freestyle All-American, Super 32 U.S. All-American, and was the top recruit for this incoming freshman class this past year for the Bears, number 78 in the country per Flow Wrestling. Still with a lot on his plate right now, just going against a sixth-year senior, Terakina. Again, spent 5 years with the Iowa State Cyclones. Staff was really excited to have him here in Chapel Hill, bringing that veteran leadership on and off the mat. Terakina has Thomas down on the mat. Tries to sweep the leg. Thomas with a nice recovery to avoid a takedown. Ride time over 1:15 for Terakina. 1 minute to go in the second. And a big time drive down to the mat. Thomas recovers, escapes, and picks up 1 point. It's 3-2 now. And Thomas taking some big blows in this one, but still keeping himself within striking distance. It's 3-2 now with under a minute to go in the second. Thomas goes down low, stunted by Terakina. And there's a 3-point takedown. That's a veteran maneuver for the sixth-year senior. Wraps around and gets the takedown on Thomas. 6-2 now, heading into the 30-second mark of the second. Thomas trying to get a reversal here. Can't do so. Terakina holding the fort at this position with 20 seconds to go. Approaching 2 minutes of ride time as well. Clock ticks under 15 to go. Terakina bear hugging Thomas with a 6-2 lead and the clock ticking as we head to the third period here in the penultimate match of the day between the Bears and the Tar Heels. Terakina on top 6-2. His first match of the season. His first match as a Tar Heel, and looking good for the Hawaii native. Was the 6th ever 4-time Hawaii State champion in high school. #1 recruit out of the Aloha State back in 2020. And after 5 years in Ames, comes to Chapel Hill and immediately showing out in front of his home fans.